Hello, welcome back to Flute Salad. Welcome to a bit of a weird one today here on Flute Salad Extra. If you can't tell by the contents of the channel and this room, I'm a bit of a nerd. I mean, we're going to specifically be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog today, but as you can see, there's a bunch of Doctor Who stuff there, so we might end up going over some of that in the future. But I just wanted to sort of show off some of my Sonic T Hedgehog memorabilia, which I have, and, well, specifically toys that I have acquired over about the last 2 years now. Now, to start with, I'm not going to bother getting them down. You can see there is a Sonic and a Mighty up there. There's a Sonic poster on the wall there, and this here is actually a poster I bought from the Sonic Symphony. I went to the Sonic Symphony last year in September. I made a video on it, and it was great. It was amazing. 15 quid or some shit that fucking poster cost. The frame was literally about £5, so that poster cost 3 times the amount of the frame. But I have a bunch of Sonic things I've acquired over the time, and I want to give them a bit of a showing off. Starting, there's some bigger things like statues we're going to get to in a second. But I'm going to start with this. This is something I literally bought today. It is Sonic the Hedgehog soap shoes thing. And people go, oh, you have to keep it. Sonic runs at top speed. He can use his special homing attack ability to save the natural world around him. With Red Chaos Emerald. People are always like, oh, it's a collector's thing. Yeah. I have saved some boxes, but I don't have any room, so I'm here for the Sonic. I'm not here for the box that the Sonic is in. Sorry. He's got one of them stupid ties around him. So I have a Chaos Emerald, so, 7 more I can get. That's weirdly weighty. Another 6 more I can turn super, and nobody wants that. He's got this stupid ties around his legs. Can we just snap them? Yeah, I've just yanked him. This is always the tricky bit, trying to get him out. But the reason I got it is I was in, I think it was The Entertainer, literally today, and I saw it and I went, oh god, he's got soap shoes, I'm going to buy that. I'm not usually a fan of the soap shoes, but I did, and here he is. He doesn't have any arm articulation, so he's got his arms can go around like that. And I think up, yeah, they can go up and down. And he's got a little bit of articulation on the wrist. But that's your lot. His head goes around. Normally, actually, Jacks have really good articulation. We'll get to some of them later, particularly the movie stuff. Incredible articulation. For this, a little bit less. It's a cheaper figure. It was only about £10. He's got a knee that can bend, and as well as his foot here. It can go all the way around. But honestly, the reason I got this is because of the soap shoes. Now, I'm not the biggest soap shoes fan, but I don't have a soap shoes Sonic, and I thought it'd be really cool to at least have one that I can display. So here he is with his soap shoes, and he's going to have to find a home at some point. But I mean, look at the detailing under there. Absolutely stunning. Next, I'm going to continue. I think this is in the same sort of line of figures. Actually, let me look on the back. So on the back there is an Amy, a Tails, and an SBO, and none of them actually have. But you can see that SBO has a checkpoint, so I'm going to assume it's more or less in the same set. I have this classic Sonic. Again, these all have the same articulation. This classic Sonic here, he's holding a checkpoint. Now, the checkpoint didn't actually come with him. I think it came with a silver. We'll get onto that in a second. But he's holding that, and he's honestly, he's quite nice. Literally, again, a little cheap, maybe £10 figure. Really, really quite nice. Not much articulation again, but as I say, I look so low down here. Hello. As I say, they're cheap figures, and there's slightly more expensive ones which have much better articulation, and we're going to be getting to them in a second. That Sonic, I believe, by the way, came with this ring box. We might as well go for it now. We have a silver, again, same sort of articulation, not super great on the articulation front, so he's just kind of stood there like, oh god, I've dropped him, I've caught him. He's just kind of stood there like, ha, I'm silver, it's no use, and all that other stuff that he says. But But here he is, my first and only silver I currently have. Again, I just look at the detailing on the shoes. It's really nice. You don't need that detail on the bottom at all, but they've done it. So for that, I am glad. And next, again in the same sort of line, a end ring with Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik on it, which came along with yes, it's Metal Sonic. It's classic Metal Sonic, which is honestly my least favourite design of him. I think his massive head makes him look stupid and not threatening like he's supposed to, but this is a cool figure. This really is one of my favourites. He's just so gorgeous. Look at him. It's absolutely beautiful. We're going to be switching up a little bit now. Do a bit of a weird thing. I'm not quite sure who made this. Let's say on the back. Wow stuff, apparently. But it is a little Sonic running in a box. Now, there are different characters. I think there's like a Tails one and a Knuckles one or something. And these things actually, they're hexagonal and they all clip together. But he's Sonic running, and he's got that's a green hill in the background. I don't know if you can really see in the video. But it's one of those sort of pseudo 3D things. You know, yeah, you can see it there. There, you can see the crossover. It's really quite nice, actually. It's a really nice thing. It was actually bought for me as a gift. And I do quite like it a lot. We're gonna, we'll go to this one next. I'm not sure who makes this. Is this also Jax? Yeah, this is Jax as well. This is a Sonic Prime one. Again, this one was bought for me. This was my first proper action figure of this sort of line that I've just showed you, all of them. This is the first sort of one that's, you know, a sort of bigger, more action figure size like that, that's posable and all that stuff. He was my first, and I do like him. He's got, again, the detailing on those shoes. The camera will focus. Look at that. The thing with the detailing on shoes and stuff is incredible with these things. I do think the paint they've used for his head, a little bit shiny, but a lovely, lovely, lovely figure. This, I'm not actually sure who originally makes these, but I found it, I put it out Home Bargains because it was slightly damaged and had a reduced price. It's a little Amy Rose. Classic Amy here in all her glory. With her little hammer. I think it was 1 in 10. I've got the box over there, actually. I still got the box, because you assemble this figure, her head just comes off. That I think was the damaged part. I like having a head on a bit of an angle there. Like that, there you go. Again, gorgeous figure. Really, actually, this is really, really well made and nice, this one. I am a fan of it, even if it's slightly damaged. This one, I did actually keep the box, and the box is important to it. Because she's got different arms, and you can swap out the arms that she's got on. And you can see there, what is that? Find the metallic hammer 1 in 10. So 1 in 10 of these have a little metal hammer. But I'm really oh, her head's come off. Her head's actually come off. Amy down. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of these, particularly the Amy one. There were more. Oh my god, her head won't go back on now. No, Amy. There were more, okay, she can't stand up now either. She could stand up. I don't know what's happened. There were more in that sort of line. Now I'm going to show you my absolute favourite. There's 2 of these. I'm going to show you my least favourite of my favourites first, of the toy line. So the things which aren't statues, and I would consider definitely more toys. It's the movie Sonic. Now, this is what I'm talking about, posability. I don't want to mess up his pose because I got so tricky to actually get him to stand up. Well, so he's got the head for the light up ones, but he's not a light up one. Don't ask me, but he is stunning. And also, he's got, look, my movie Sonic have a little extra quill down there. I don't know. But the posability on these ones is incredible. Literally, you've got articulation there, and then it rotates there, then you've got another one there, another bit there. That bit rotates slightly to this bit. You can go sideways, up and down. The articulation on this thing is insane. I think it's got like 18 points of articulation or something stupid like that. It's amazing. These are really, really good for articulation. Again, the detailing is really nice. You look at the shoes. Come on, camera. Look at the detailing. Look at the little bump on the shoes, a little texturing. Gorgeous, amazing, incredible. 10 out of 10, no notes. My favourite. My absolute favourite toy, which I own. Maybe not even, yeah, just genuinely one of my favourite things ever. Look at this beautiful man. Absolutely, really well done face. And all the texturing over the quills and stuff. Also, Movie Shadow has that extra quill as well. Really, really nice. The articulation of this thing is better. Honestly, I prefer the articulation on this one to the Sonic one. It's got the exact same articulation, but this, I don't know, it was a little bit stiffer. This was, I think, about £15 or something. So a little bit more expensive, but I mean, it is gorgeous. Like, you look at the detailing on the gloves. That light will stop. Is the camera going to focus? No, are they? You can see slight detailing on the sort of ring. But there, the thing that sealed the deal for me, this one, the shoes. Look, he's got a bit of hair. Look at that. Look, he's got tiny little details there and all the ridges. Look at the base. It's actually, it's insane. It's insane. Jax really, really do knock it out of the park with these. And here's my gorgeous, gorgeous little shadow. Shifting the gear once more, we're going to save these statues for the end. This was very ridiculously overpriced. I bought this in, I think it was when I went to Southampton somewhere. Literally £10 for this, I think. I've still got the box. Have I got the box? Oh, the price has come off. I think it was about £10 or £12. Most overpriced thing I've ever bought in my life. I do love it. Look at him. He's a cute little guy. The painting is not particularly great on the face there. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's a nice little thing. It's nice little. You've got a little stand and stuff, and it's quite well made. But this was near enough. Not exactly near enough the same price as this. The Amy was cheaper than this. The Amy got a bit cheaper anyway because it was damaged. But the point still stands. Anyway, last thing now before moving on to the statues are these little guys. Oh, which one was it? I'm not sure if these are from the same set or a different thing, but there's a few of them. We have these little Sonics here. These were from blind bags. Sorry, this one is from a blind bag. This one's from a different thing because that's the normal modern Sonic shoes. That's the Prime shoes. So this is a little. I think this was also from a blind bag or a blind box or something. Much smaller, no articulation. Little, I guess you call them little statues. This classic Sonic keeps falling off his base. Get back on. We have here, this is one from a Sonic Prime set. There's a bunch of Sonic Prime ones. I've got a fair few of them. Here he is. Again, not the best build quality. I mean, they're solid. They're rigid things. You're not going to break it. And it's got enough bend to sustain it. But, yeah, not the best paintwork and stuff on these. They are, you can tell they're a bit more cheap. But these are only, I think, about £4 for a box. So nothing too extreme. We have this, honestly, weirdly, incredibly well made. This guy's from the same Sonic Prime things. Look, this one is made so well. Look at the detailing on the coat and the stitching down the back and the stitching on the arms and the face painted really, really nice. Look at the detailing on his ear. I mean, his ear's painted the same colour as his hair, but look at the detailing on his ear. It's literally remarkable. There's little pockets and stuff from this guy from Sonic Prime. It's like, what noobs and all that other stuff. I hate fucking Sonic Prime. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Now we move on to some which are slightly less. I think these are from the same set. I might be incorrect. I'm not sure who makes these. We've got little mangy tails. Sonic Prime. Rawr, his little face. Yeah, you might have seen it then. Hello, Froggy, where are you? Come on, focus. Focus on big. Froggy. He's, yeah, again, who makes these? Does it say on the back? Just says Netflix. Good. Quite well made, this one. And of course, with big, we have Froggy. Oh, God, Froggy's a bit... Froggy's seen better days. Froggy's really well made. Really, really well made, this one. Now, I have a question. Why are all the other animals anthropomorphic, but Froggy isn't? Who the hell knows? Now, this was from a slightly different set. They're a little bit more expensive. It is a Rouge. This was also from a sort of blind bag sort of thing. Now, this is really weird because it's got a stand like the others, but it has articulation in there. And I think maybe the arms. Yeah, and the arms, they go up and down. No, don't do that, Rouge. You'll get in trouble for doing that. But nowhere else. So, I don't know. But again, it's really quite nice. Look at the detailing on there. The little pockets and belt on the jacket and all that other stuff. Lovely little figure. Now we're going to move on to the statues. There's 3 or 4 things left to show. Sorry. This is a controller holder I got from TK Maxx on discount for £15 or £10 or something. Gorgeous little thing. I also got a Crash Bandicoot one at the same time. Honestly, for the price, who makes these? Whoever that company is. I don't really have much use for controller holders. I mean, I have him in my room holding a dead controller. Yeah. It is just a nice little thing, though. It's quite weighty, fairly good build quality. Lovely. This next one, I'm not actually quite sure what it's from, but it is... Oh, he comes out his base all the time. I got this secondhand. I'm not sure. He came with his box as well. The box has got... where is the box gone? The box is there. I'm pretty sure it's all got Japanese writing on it and stuff. So I don't know if this was a Japan exclusive at some point or what it is. Oh, come on, get in. Okay, I'll show them without. So we've got the base, just says Copyright Sega, and it says 20th anniversary. Oh god, look at that. 20th anniversary. So presumably this was made for the 20th anniversary. I don't know if it was a tie-in to Generations or whatnot, but this is one of my favourite figures. Look at this man. He has the sauce. He has the sauce. He's got a giant hand, but he has the sauce. I absolutely love this figure. Only problem is he's standing there. He's got little spikes on his feet. They fall out all the bloody time. And they're just gone. Now we have legitimately my first one out of all of them, and honestly one of my favourites, if not my favourite out of everything. This is just the standard edition. This is Sonic with a check. Look at this. I'm sure I've shown this off before. Look at this beautiful, beautiful thing. It was about £60. I got it as a gift. Very dusty. Oh my lord! Look at that. But it is incredible. Incredible build quality. This is first world figures. It is stunning. It's an absolutely, look at that. That is a thing of beauty. Right there. And this top bit also rotates, so if you wanted to have it displayed that way, you're gonna have the checkpoint there. If you want it displayed that way, or whatever, you can have it there, and then also anywhere in the middle. Gorgeous, gorgeous statue. There was a special edition, and it has like the thing going around the checkpoint that lights up and swirls around. I didn't get that. It was a lot more expensive, and I didn't really see the value. I think it kind of cheapened it for me, whereas this is much more focused on the character and the posing and the statue. I much prefer this. Now the last one, I'm going to actually end up moving the camera for. Actually, I'll tell you what first. I'll show you the box. If I can get it out. That 20th anniversary one was in. Here it is. I'm sure it probably says something there, but it's all in Japanese. No idea what it says. It says Sega Prize on the bottom. SegaPrize.com. No idea if that still exists. Sega Prize down there. So presumably, I don't know. I literally have no idea what this figure is or what it came from, but it was beautiful. It was really quite cheap. It's actually £15-20. I think I paid for it, and presumably at one point it's a Japan exclusive or something. So these are two gorgeous little figures. Figures? What the hell am I talking about? Badges I got from Sega Shop Europe, which sadly no longer exists. I had a beautiful Jet Set Radio one, which was a Jet Set Radio logo. It was stunning, and I bought it, and it was amazing. Turns out it was limited edition. It's now 20 or 30 odd pounds, and I've lost it. But stunning, stunning thing here. Now, this box here is a bit of a giveaway, if you know what it is. It's this thing here. This is... oh, no, these are what those other things were. I'm not going to get them out, but there's a Tails one as well. Because this Sonic is very delicate. So I'm bringing the camera down here because it is the most delicate thing in the See? When his feet were attached, he was snowboarding. This is done as an advent calendar, and I love it. But it is incredibly delicate, and it falls apart if you breathe too much around it. And I feel like that angle is a little bit extreme. I feel like he should be facing more sort of this way, so you can actually see it. But beautiful, beautiful little figure. And that is my collection of Sonic things. And again, there's some of my boxes I've kept and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. But this is a Sonic. Oh, and that one. But this is a Sonic. And that's how I'm going to end it today. That's all my Sonic stuff. Sonic toys. Thank you for watching. I now need to spend about 20 minutes putting these legs back together. And goodbye.